How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Deathbound. So, G4 has let me know that I am a true professional, and I have recorded this entire episode on mute. So thanks to G for that. So doing a little voiceover here for the video. We took out Ethelos in the last episode, and we got the Heart of Nito from that, and it grants the ability to fast travel through the phylactery. However, at this time we can't do that yet. There is no option. We need another component, which we'll pick up in the next episode, I believe, or at the end of this one, I forget. And that will allow us to fast travel between phylacteries. So pretty nice. It's basically at the end of the game here, but nonetheless, it is welcome. So we got some bad news down here. These guys and a big boy, Mr. Fantastic, if you will, as I call him. Somebody else had a fitting name for them. I forget what it was. I forget who it was. I want to say it was Vasilios, maybe. I think he called them something else. I'll have to ask him. It was pretty funny. It's a whole lot better than the name I came up for them. So we're gonna pull that guy over here. And cheese him as easily as we can. You see, he's a little bit different. He's got two spiked balls on his hands. And he's stuck, so we're gonna kind of take advantage of that. He gets unstuck, if I remember correctly. A second here. He doesn't appreciate being cheesed. That didn't reach. Maybe he doesn't get unstuck. Thought he did. Waiting for the heat meter to go down here. There we go. Okay. So, complete cheese job on him, but that is not a problem in my book. Got a memory here. Whole bunch of memories about Nito down here.
Goddess Nito, you were meant to be at the stadium ages ago! We've got a full house tonight. Half the people came to just see you play!
Shit. Guess they'll be real disappointed then.
What the fuck, Nito? You signed a contract! Yeah, don't make me be that fucking guy, the guy who mentions the fucking contract! Thank you very much!
They can fine or suspend me all they want. A fucking exhibition match? Come on. I'd love to see that little turd squad win a free coupon without me. What a fucking joke.
Come on, buddy. Work with me here, will ya? What about your fans, huh?
Get the fuck out.
Okay. Lots of memories about Nito down here, and we get to see what led him to his death. And those bats scared the shit out of me every time they did something down here. This is a shortcut that will open up later. Opens up at the end of the episode, beginning of the next one. So
Is Mumdley really dead? Was he even here in the first place? This sorrow, this guilt how I feels, is it his or mine?
And we got a whole bunch of crap right here. Honestly, this place wasn't that bad. It was the next area that was the enemy placement was like atrocious. But of course, both of these guys aggro at once, so I'm gonna back the hell up here. This dog is moving extremely fast. I overheated by accident. That could have got real bad, but Olivia is just OP, man. Like I said, this area wasn't too bad. As long as you kind of pull enemies where you can, it wasn't that bad. But the next area is pretty rough. I think when I recorded this, I was still on the high of beating Aethelos, so I think I was on my A game.
Everything has lost its flavor, has it not, Nito? All your little pleasures gone one by one. Not even violence or cruelty can make you remember what it is to feel something.
Who the fuck are you? And what's with your face?
But that's not completely true, is it? You do feel one thing, do you not? And oh, my son, you feel so much. Such pain in your heart, and you can't ever escape it.
Seriously, lady, how the fuck did you get in here?
No matter how many times you try, it's always there, haunting you. How can any being endure an eternity of suffering? You poor, poor thing.
How did you know that? When you speak, it all feels so clear, so peaceful.
Oh, Nito. It's simply because I know you so well, my son. I understand. That's why I have come bearing the answer you so desperately seek. Or have you not asked yourself time and time again?
Yes, I have.
You have but to say it, my son.
Please, what can I do to finally stop the pain?
The only way is death.
All right. Trying to take care of the little spiders from afar. This part gets a little dicey. So, back at the, no, never mind, this is a new phylactery. And I don't know how, but I totally missed that ladder on the left. I didn't see it until later. It does go up top and, actually opens up that shortcut that I pointed out at the beginning of the episode, and there's a, whatchamacallit? There's a giant crystallized essence up there. So, no talent points. We're gonna level up. And I did find out later on, I did find out later on when you max out a skill tree for an essence, it actually gives you a memory point. So that is a cool thing. That opens up later. That's the boss, or the shortcut to the boss. So yeah, there's the bats again.
Could it be
scaring
that
me.
Olivia has become an integral part of my being? Or has her individuality transcended into something greater? Many selves into one self. And pray, how might one define oneself to begin with? I think, therefore, am I not?
Okay, so that's that. Yeah, this gets a little dicey with this guy. You get away from them, that's all they want to do is the fireball. It's annoying. There we go. Burning, though, which is no bueno. A couple spiders down here. Get some lifesteal. Oh. I hate those things. So yeah, recorded the whole episode on mute. That is fantastic. As I've said before, the mute button is my sworn enemy. Happens to me all the time at work. You know, I'll be in a meeting and someone will ask me something, I'll come off mute, but then I'll be muted somewhere else. Like, you know, in meetings and WebEx meetings and Teams meetings, like a lot of times you can get like double, triple, quadruple muted. It's honestly ridiculous. So, the bane of my existence. Honestly, with these, with these recordings, sometimes I will, and on streams, like I'll mute myself to take a drink, like out of my water bottle, and then I will forget to unmute myself. So it happens all the time. from Mr. Fantastic here. That's what it was. I think Vasilios called him Mr. String Bean, or somebody did. I thought that was pretty funny. Liked it. I liked it a little better than the name I came up with. Kind of reminded me of, oh god. Kind of reminded me of Inspector Gadget as well. Go Gadget Arms.
Theron asks himself if it was all worth it. He closes his eyes in prayer and only sees his father.
Anna hates herself for believing she could be part of something else again.
Okay, this ring is actually pretty good. We're gonna upgrade this. So health recovery on essences and stamina regen when below half health, which, let's face it, a lot of times I am below half health, so. You actually get some super good rings, like, later in the game. At this point, I have beaten the game. We get 2 rings that couple together in, next few episodes here, and they are extremely useful for the final boss. So and I didn't notice this lady. I really hate these things. Could parry, but I don't have anybody to parry with right now, unfortunately. Okay. Did kill her, but she unfortunately procced corruption on us, which I didn't even realize, despite the green smoke coming off me. And I'm just searching around for loot and just kind of died. Did not realize. Okay, so we're back. And I was gonna just sneak up and grab my essence and dip out, but figured, why not? Let's kill that thing again. Bounce off the wall, that's good. Gotta tell you, there was a, later in the game, I noticed that Julia has a ton of attack weight on her attacks. And, especially with the final boss, I staggered him quite a few times because of that. And actually, there's a skill, that you can get that I probably should have picked up earlier, since we were using a party that has, you get melee, or you get, corruption on melee damage. There's a skill that allows Julia to do bonus attack weight, when, on corrupted enemies, I think. Definitely something I should have picked up earlier, but I didn't pick up till the end. But definitely helped out in the final boss, that you guys will see pretty soon. So, an obvious boss arena right ahead of us. Another memory first.
And so, the Covenant is agreed upon. Here, at the place underneath where things are left to be forgotten. The answer is given, and the price is set. Nito, my son, you have been bestowed a great honor. Do you accept what must come to be?
Yes, my baby. I do.
Good. Then it is settled. Go now, my children. Take heart, and understand that soon mankind will be saved by your willingness to act. It all begins here and now, with you, my dear ones. So rejoice, for your pain shall finally know relief.
Blessed be our Savior.
My children, do you accept death?
With all our essences.
Very interesting. So yeah, up here is going to be the shortcut. So we're going to grab that and do some upgrading and leveling. We're going to level up that Phoenix Order
got his
rank
legs
that we got.
back, but now can never again be a champion of the Sinjwari.
How would I thought of you as the caring father I never had? How could you betray me so?
Okay. This on up. Level here, max, or no, not max that out. Let's get another tier. And now we're gonna upgrade the Phoenix Order ring. Which honestly, I'm trying to think. I think I did use it at one point, but I didn't use it for the upcoming boss fight. Did upgrade it though. 2 tiers on either side, so. You can farm the big like shield guys for jars of strength and mystic catalysts, but I don't think you can farm the ancient catalysts. I have not seen any enemies that drop those. I could be wrong though. I should actually ask the devs and see what the case is with that. My feeling is if you can farm one of them, you should be able to farm the other. So, time for the boss. We have a memory that we're going to get into first, going into the water. This was honestly kind of a weird boss fight, and it took a bit, but got it in one try, actually.
Was it worth the cost so long? All my necessary sacrifices.
That pathetic excuse that we've come too far to stop.
Now, don't turn my eyes away, monster! Face your victims!
You hypocrite! You deserve all their pain and suffering.
Lost yourself along the way, didn't you?
Yes.
One day you woke up and saw the sun falling to the ground, rolling away. and the night was moonless, starless, so dark the ghosts of past regrets could not find you. Isn't it true?
How does it end?
It ends when you stop running away from destiny. Until then, you never truly die, but neither will you truly live. You exist in the liminal space between the eternal torment of being and the absolute despair of non-existence.
What am I running away from?
Yourself. Your memories, which reside within the vessel. It relentlessly pursues you. It tries to kill you at every turn, for it holds the part of you that remembers who you are.
To kill it is to die myself.
It is to allow yourself to change by releasing a part of you, allowing Solon to depart.
I am not Solon.
Now, you are something more. Gathered remnants brought together to recreate your identity. A mimicry of past self, which resulted in a new self, untainted by the burden of memories. To move forward, you must let go of the old self.
How is that possible?
One does not kill something halfway. What is half dead is alive. What is half alive also lives. One can live a half-life, but one cannot die a half-death. Death must be total.
We must die together.
You now possess divine essence, bestowed upon me by Goddess Death. You have the ability to bring an end to that which is eternal. As it once took place at the pinnacle of life's cathedral, what is immortal shall be rendered mortal. There, both halves must be united, for one whole to perish. Solon's fate will be sealed, and what binds you to your suffering shall fade until it is no more. Open your eyes. Get yourself up. The world is a swamp, but you must swim towards the surface, and remember to breathe.
Thought that speech was very poignant. And here comes the boss. Very interesting looking boss. Dragon of the Deep, they call this guy. So I was confused. I couldn't get a lock on. I'm like, what's going on here? Now we can. So this guy has like 3 points that you can target. Very weird fight because he does a lot of charges at you. There's 3 points that you can target. So I think the idea is you do enough damage to the tentacles, and then he'll fall over, and there's a little part underneath him that you can damage. That's where he takes the most damage, I think. So, kind of have to get him to fall over pretty much. Problem is, when he falls over, he starts emitting like corruption gas. So, gotta kind of get in there and get out. Definitely an odd fight, because it took a minute here. There he goes. Fell over. See, now there's a little middle part there that you can damage. I didn't know what was going on here with the guess, so I was like kind of keeping my distance. He does stay down for a while, though, as you can see. Kind of a cool little gimmicky fight, if you will. That hurts. You go far enough away from him, he starts whipping his tentacles at you. Careful of the projectiles there. And the stomp. Down again. Only took a little damage there. He's like not in the best position to get damage on right there. I think it took me a couple times to realize actually what I needed to do here. Kind of a slog of a fight until you actually realize what you can do. What you need to do. I'm not really doing any damage right now. Each time he's fallen over, he's not in the best position. Yeah, here we go. I think this is where I actually realize what you need to do. See that damage? Yeah. Trying not to get corrupted here. Missing. There goes. Not taking a ton of damage from morph strength. Yeah, see what I mean? It just takes a while. Finally dodged those. Didn't dodge that though. Almost died there. I would have been super salty if I would have died at this point. There we go. Took him on out. Took a while, unfortunately. Tragic Love. That's actually one of the rings that we use in the final boss fight. So you need to, we get a ring called Forlorn Hope that you couple with this. So plus 10 max health, plus 10 max stamina. So you get a bonus to your affinity amplifier too. So since we have 3 synergies in our party, it definitely helps out a lot in the final boss fight. And obviously the max health helps as well. And since we have 2 casters, the casting speed definitely helps out a lot. So definitely 2 good rings to put on once we get them. Definitely like that ancient or the artifact rather we have. So that is about it for this area. Just need to grab some little loots on the way up and transition to back up to a familiar spot. Actually, I just literally asked the devs if you can farm ancient catalysts from enemies. They said yes, but they didn't tell me which enemies, so kind of have to do some experimentation and see where we have to do that. Or what enemy we have to kill to get those. Alright, so that is pretty much going to do it for this episode. I'm going to level up here. Getting up there, level 71. 72 now. 73 now. So yeah, that is going to do it. So we will continue on in the next one, guys. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Hopefully you're doing well. Stay tuned. More coming at you.